Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. This is Ox Billiards. Tonight's stream is between Prathamesh Sawant and Aman Sunar playing 10 ball, race to 9. Zach Ross in the booth. Joining me is Chris Iberger. How you doing tonight?
Good. Hello, everybody, from wherever you tune into. Let's get this rolling.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good matchup. Proth is currently a 6'19 Fargo, and Aman is a 6'30. Playing standard 10 ball rules. Early 10 counts as long as it is called. Will be a rack your own winner break situation here.
Seems like Pratt won the leg. So me personally, I haven't seen Pratt play so much, but from what I've seen, I think he's a very kind of aggressive player. Is that right?
Yeah, he does tend to play offense quite a bit. Maybe partially due to his snooker background. But very solid shot maker. And Aman looking very dapper today, I will say. If Proth knew how Aman would be showing up to this, he may have dappered up a bit.
White shirt, black tie, black shoes, shiny shoes.
Yeah, Aman is going to a movie premiere after this.
All right, first break. Let's see. All right, makes the 7 in the side as you want to. One of the two first balls behind the one you're aiming to make in the side. Well done.
Yeah, kind of did the standard head-on break with 10 ball, where you get two of the sort of middle of the pack balls heading towards the side pockets.
What do you think about it too? Does it go by the 8?
Yeah, it looks like the 2 does slide by the 8, just barely. Be interested to see how he maintains the position on the 2.
And get lucky. Wow.
Yeah, puts the hand up.
It's a tricky one to start with. The 3. It's in the way. What do you do here?
Maybe be able to do a little bit of a... no, I was going to say maybe masse into that sort of middle diamond on the upper left rail. But it's looking a little tricky.
Is he looking at the left-hand shot? The Z-bank? That's what he's going for. Look at this.
He's going to have this come off pretty hard off the second rail. Yeah. That was a really good attempt.
Yep. There you see Aman's outfit walking away from the table. And already 7 people in the stream. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, Aman has also some decent snooker background. His brother, I think, is top 20 or so in Nepal in snooker.
Yeah, Aman looking like Jason Statham for sure.
Well, 2 feet too short, but the haircut matches. Yes, I agree to that.
All right, Proth landing on wrong side of the 2 here. Probably wants to fade this 2 thin, get the cue ball up table, leave some separation. pretty good.
Nice.
8 rolls just into the path
Yep.
where the 2 does not slide by.
Here I would say you can play the two rails behind the 4 and the cue ball short rail coming back up table. Just need to avoid the 8 ball. Or making the 8.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfriendly leave here on the 2.
You might see the first instance of the short stick come out. But I guess jumping this is also the risk that you jump the ball off the table because the 2 is so close to the rail.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to put a little bit of spin and try to catch this just behind the 2 for a kick.
Very nice contact. Oh,
As long as there is a rail.
nope.
Nope. That's unfortunate. So Aman with 2 kind of unfortunate leaves early in this rack.
So the key will be having the right angle on the 4 to go all the way up to the 5. You don't want to be straight. I on this one would prefer going lower than the 4 and just go 1 or 2 rails up table. Let's see how it's steam. Yes. Doing the same thing. Probably a bit more angle than he wanted, but he's alright. Natural. Nothing to do with the cue ball, just focus making the ball and speed. And after that 6 is makeable from anywhere. Oh, miscued and made it. Wow.
Don't you love that when you
How do you know that?
let's rewind the tape earlier to when you and I were shooting?
No.
No? Okay.
No, this never happened.
Okay. Plausible deniability. It really depends if he wants to be aggressive here. He can back cut this into the top left corner. Cue ball will run quite a bit.
I think on this one you need to check up a little bit. The risk I see is when you just make it, you might scratch. If you play it with more like a stun and just goes short rail. Yep. Oh, a lot of spin on this ball. Alright, I guess first tester in the first rack. Where are you shooting this to, left or right?
He ends up high. I like going bottom left here. You can kind of just... I mean, I don't really like floating this, but you can have the cue ball end up on this lower right quadrant to take the 10 in the same pocket. I mean, the back cut, the only worry is that the cue ball hits this left rail and doesn't get enough speed to come onto the right side. That's what he went for. He actually landed perfect, but hung the 6.
Yeah, this one you don't want to hit too thick, otherwise there's the side pocket is big. You want to hit this thin and just pass the side pocket. Too thin. Ouch. Still the first strike, it doesn't feel like the first strike. It feels like the second or third, really. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of odd things happening in this first rack, but, you know, it's kind of the first rack,
yeah.
you know? That's kind of how some of these matches go. Lands right on top of the 10.
And first blood to Prathamesh. Alright, watch the 2 and 8. One of them you want to make. Oh, wow.
Well, he did make the 8, and he made the 5, and the cue ball.
And the cue
made
ball.
it on the floor. It's actually a good opportunity here for Aman to tie this up. 1, 2, 3, and 4 all look pretty good.
Welcome, Mason, to the show.
Yeah, we only need Dustin in the chat, and then we've got the Saccone squad. For all you current viewers out there, if you do like a Moscone format, Secret Wong is running a Saccone, as she's calling it. Pretty clever. On July 17th and 18th, out of Scratch Billiards down in Fife. Teams of 4, Fargo cap 2200. It'll be a good time. Check out her Facebook page if you're interested and sign up. She will also be running a 460 and under 9-ball tournament simultaneously at Scratch. So if you don't want to play a team event and you are on the lower end of the Fargo rating, be a good tournament to enter too. All right, so Aman has removed the tie. No longer business. It's business. He's getting down to business.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Wants us to roll a little more. Do you settle for the safe here and just kind of push the 6 to the short rail at the bottom? Maybe send the cue
probably.
up table?
Probably. 7, 9 are big.
Oh, interesting.
Very. It works out. I think this one is in, when he kicks it to the long rail first, I think that's in favor of Aman. Because if he hits the 6 on this view at the lower end, he will stop the cue ball at the 10. And the 6 will travel towards the side. And the other vice versa is when he hits it on the top of the 6. The 6 might also stop at the 10. Let's find out.
So he called this lower right corner, or the corner closest to him, calling that 10 ball. It's the right call. If he happens to hit this thin on the 6, could possibly cut.
Yeah, that what
Yeah,
I meant.
I mean,
That
that's what you
stop-
said.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
stops there.
So good safety from Aman, giving him an opportunity here to tie this game up.
Big stroke coming out, unless he has some angle to go forward. Long, short.
Oh no.
No, it didn't go through the ball. That was very much not Aman style.
Like catching the 7 a little thin here, running the cue ball down, try to get below the 10. It's going to overrun just a little bit.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit with the speed right now, what I see. Maybe practiced last night on a very much slower table.
Yeah, that's fair. These Rassons with the Brunswick Centennial definitely have a little bit faster of a roll to it. It's not as crazy as the Andy cloth.
No, by far not, but still way faster than the Simonis 860.
So the reason he played the 7 there instead of the cue ball is because the 7 would be left into open space. This way he is potentially partially covering it with the 10 being there. But Aman getting good distance save.
Ooh, yeah.
Parking this right in the top right corner.
Yeah, that's a tough shot anyways, but I think if you make it, you can just avoid the 10 ball. Let your stroke out go up and down. 9 ball is pretty straightforward after.
Kind of erred on the side of caution here.
Yeah, it's a good save. Well, I would predict he's calling cross bank. It's one of his favorite shots. And he does.
Yeah, he leaves just enough of the 7.
Ah.
So do you think the cue ball took that tangent line because he didn't hit it hard enough, or maybe a little top right, or
He played it rather soft, but top. So
yeah,
I think if he stopped the ball, it would not scratch. But then when you focus on, okay, what's my shot line? And then, okay, you think, okay, next ball is kind of easy. You sometimes forget to see, hey, if I play this shot like the way I'm going to shoot it, do I maybe scratch or not? Which then leads to mistakes like that sometimes, at least for me. All right, Fargo odds are 64% Prathamesh in favor to 35 for Aman.
yeah, still a lot of game left. But yeah, last 2 racks, late rack mistakes on Aman's part. Proth breaking off rack number 3.
Yep.
7 on the side.
Oh, wow.
It hung.
How does this stay out?
4 almost went on the left side. Kind of got kicked out there.
Yeah, I guess on this one you really need to commit to your shot. Either you go top left, but then you need to really, with a lot of left spin, to not scratch. Well, scratch just 7 away anyways, but to get to the 2. Or you're playing safe. I think the way he struck it, he had his 2 in the mind. Like, he didn't really commit to the shot, was not following through. But then he was thinking, hey, if I miss, there's 4 balls where I can hide behind.
Yeah, good two-way approach there. Proth gonna kick at this. He's calling top left. So he actually be crossing the face of the one here. Yeah, it was very well played. Cue ball almost froze into the rail.
Yeah, I guess when you hit this the right way, just straight in the face, coming off the rail, and sending the one behind 3-9-10. It's a pretty big area where he will be safe after.
Yeah,
oh,
I think
he called it 10, yeah.
I wonder if calling the one in the bottom left corner and doing this might be better. Oh, I see.
Oh.
He wanted to catch it thicker.
Option.
Yeah, I don't think Proth will give this back. He does have a
No.
look at the one.
Yeah.
I like going for the bank here. Cue ball kind of float down to this bottom side of the table. Then you can decide if you want to take on the two. Decides to play
Pretty
it
sweet.
safe. Yeah.
Okay, this will be the first jump of the night coming up. I'm pretty sure about that. And probably calling it on top left. No, I don't think he called that.
That would have been pretty
No, he
sweet.
didn't. He's smiling.
Yeah, unfortunately not the call. Pretty sweet shot though. Looks like Proth has enough of this two. Maybe send it back up table, bring the cue ball down. Nope, has enough to make it.
Perfect angle to go to the 4. Just stun, draw a little bit. Want to be center table to also not need to stretch or need an extension. Yep, just like that.
Wants to avoid having to do the 6-7 combo since the 7 is a duck. And you can also make the 7 kind of push the 8 down the rail. So wants to land a little bit above the 5 here. He can take the 6 in the bottom right corner. Slight back cut here, but the cue ball will end up center table.
Ooh. A little bit harder, doesn't go in.
So yeah, do you think he's going to bump the 8 here or just kind of avoid that? I don't know if he can now.
Yeah, I think you go for bumping the 8 because when even you play stop super close to the 8, far away from the pocket, it's awkward. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it kind of is okay, but it's not what you really want to shoot.
yeah, it's a little steep. He is going to have to hit this with a little bit of roll now.
Easy missable. Yep, and missed it.
And he landed pretty flat on the 10.
Did he call the cross-side bank in the side?
He did,
Okay.
yes. Oh, it's going to be option.
Option, and he's not gonna get this back. That's also a tough shot. Need to be 100% accurate.
Yep, pretty much missed the same exact shot on Monday. Caught the long rail just before the pocket,
Yep.
and it rattled. So you'd have to hit this pure. Nope,
Oh,
that was off quite a bit.
all right. Not a hanger, but definitely a favor to make this. To close the gap to one rack. Nice shot.
All right, for those of you tuning in, let us know your match predictions. It's still early enough in the game to where I won't be like, really? That's the score you're going to guess? So, yeah, I think this one will be pretty tight. Aman still looks like he's warming up just a little bit, but I feel like once he dials in on the speed of the table,
I mean, this 10 ball he just made long, awkward, off the rail. That's definitely a motivation booster, for sure. And then when you, as the opponent, sit in the chair and say like, yeah, the 10 ball is missable, and then it's going clean, it's also doing something with you sitting in the chair, for sure.
2 and 8 headed towards the sides. Cue ball kisses the 8, prevents it from going in, but going to be a push out here from Proth. No clean shot on the 1. Where do you like to push in this scenario?
I guess definitely somewhere in the lower table area, maybe somewhere by the 6, because I feel if you put it to the short rail on the top, there's too many options where you could play safe after easy, or easier. I guess leaving distance. I'm not sure how comfortable Prathamesh is with jumping. I could also see pushing out to a jump, but I guess this works. But here there's also a lot of options you can play. One, you could short rail, top, and then to the right, and have the cue ball go all the way behind the 5-10. 2 rails, well, 3-4 rails. Just roll it behind the 4, the cue ball. Going with my first option, and yeah, option again. Oh, he called this ball. Interesting.
Yeah, called the 4 combo. Looks like the 1 does barely go by the 3, but he is jacked up over the 7 here. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, try to play off the 3.
James Stradamus in the chat saying Aman 9-6, maybe 9-7. I don't know. That's not very.
That's not precise.
That's not very
no.
definitive of you, James Stradamus. Well, as the commentator, I will say I would like to see it go hill-hill. The players never like to see it go hill-hill, but,
No.
you know, for all of our entertainment. Those are the sweatiest matches. All right, gonna see a piece of the one here. Kind of like just sliding this one up onto the short rail, sending the cue ball back down table.
Oh, friendly bump on the 2,
Yeah, very friendly.
but created another problem on the table. 2-9.
Yeah, see, the dapperness of Aman's outfit adds an additional separation in the score. That's funny. All right, Proth going for the kick here. I just caught it a little too thick. It's going to dress up over the side pocket here. 2 does not go by the 9. But
No, sorry. I just want to say it's also a shout out for James Stradamus. I mean, he's in the same room practicing on his own game, listening to the live stream, and also participating in the chat. That's pretty. 3 tasks at the same time. There he is. Can you hear? And here a nice save.
yeah, nice save. Proth could consider jumping here. He's going to go for the kick
I
instead.
think he called a 10 in the side, if I saw this correct. Hmm. That's a nice view.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to just do a separation here.
Yeah, these 5 balls in the bottom right are really, really big to hide behind.
Hid this decently well. He's going to kick just past the 3 here. Ooh, no, he caught it. So, yeah, good save.
cluster. Okay, we are not dialed in yet, Zach. I mean, usually we are giving us freedom to speak, and today we want to start at the same time. No, I think what I wanted to say is like this cluster is not nice. It's for sure makeable, but then the 5-6 will be the frame deciding situation, I guess.
Yeah, really dependent on where he lands the cue ball here.
Uh-oh.
It was almost very dangerous. But he did leave himself a 5-6 combo back cut. It's not ideal. Cue ball potentially catches the 10 a little bit.
Ugh. Brutal.
Yeah, Proth will want to use probably the 8 or the 9 ball to stop the cue ball when he goes for this combo, just to make sure that cue ball's not hidden by either of those 2 balls.
And we have people in the chat, Anson, who know Aman's nickname, a monster. And for sure, once Aman is on fire, it's tough to beat.
Yeah, so nice use of kissing off the 9 there to stop the cue ball. It's a good way to develop the rack too. Good separation. There's no longer kind of a tight cluster. I feel like you can be very selective with the types of bumps you do with object balls to your favor. And this one is definitely in Proth's favor currently.
Yeah, he left himself, I feel, more angle than he wanted, because now he most likely needs to go 2 rails. If he would be closer to the 7 and cheat the pocket more, could just stun out. And with this shot, it's always tricky with the speed. It's pretty good though. Wanted to get a bit more, but he's alright. The only thing you don't want to be now after the 8 to be dead straight in the 9. Want to have a bit of an angle to get closer into the line of pocket for the 10 after. Pretty good, and a nice stun, 1 rail out, center table. Just like that. And 3-1. Alright, rake 5 coming up from 17 maximum, in case it goes hill-hill.
It's good math.
Thank you very much. It took a while.
It took him, how long has the stream been going?
Yeah.
It took him 40 minutes to do that.
I did it 5 times, that if I speak it out, it's not wrong.
All right, 10 ball got moving that time. 3 ball, lower left corner. Ooh,
Ooh,
6
yep.
kisses the 10. So not a clean shot on the 1. Could do a little bit of a swerve and try to kick the 1. Kind of a kick and stick. A little bit difficult from distance, though.
And to be honest, I used ChatGPT to calculate this for me. It was too hard.
Dear Claude.
Yes. I am playing 10 ball. Okay, he called a push.
Aman says, nope, just go for it.
I understand. I mean, it's not an easy one, and then I think you just don't want to make a mistake to sell out again, and hoping for Prathamesh to not make a perfect safety and have a shot after, which in this case worked out in his favor. And this one you want to draw, stun, well, stun, center table, 2 left side pocket after. Oh wow. I feel he rushed it a bit. Didn't take his time.
Yeah, just a little bit of an overcut on the 1. Actually missed his position for the 2 as well. All right, he's going to call the right side pocket here. That was a really good try. It lines up the 1-7 combo. Just needs to be careful with the cue ball.
Yeah, I think you want to give a hair of left to come straight back out of the table instead of going more to the right. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, he barely hangs this. Proth now just has to do a little bit of swerve off of that rail. However, controlling the cue ball with the swerve.
And actually, if you swerve, you want to make sure you hit the 4 from the back. Otherwise, you might...
Oh, he's going to go this way.
Oh, that's a good choice, actually. If you make the 7.
Yeah, it was just almost like a little too gentle with that hit. Needed a little more inertia in the cue ball. Okay, a bit of a follow here. I guess a lot of a follow here. Kind of landed in an awkward spot.
Yeah, with it, a lot of bottom left. Can maybe avoid even the 6. Yeah. Uh-oh. Alright, I guess he will thin the 4. Just barely. Makes a 7. 4 rolls to the short rail.
Correct. Gold star.
ChatGPT. Oh, he missed it.
Let's not start bringing Chat GPT in this, dude. The AI overlords will take us eventually, but not today.
Yeah, they will.
But not today.
Not today, okay.
Yeah, it was a really good attempt. Got the 4 where he wanted it to be. But now it's kind of open hunting season here. Proth just needs to make sure that he's not obscured by the 10 for this 6.
Nice drag shot here. Not just slow rolling, playing it soft a bit harder with a lot of low, so the ball kills halfway through, so you can play harder and you're not so potentially relying on the table straight rolling because you shoot harder to start with.
Yeah, I've been implementing a little bit more of those drag shots, especially when you have to leave the cue ball down table near another ball, like your
Oh,
oof. Yikes.
unexpected.
Yeah, I feel that. Missed a very similar shot this past weekend.
Seems you missed a lot of shots
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yep. Yeah, let's let's move on from that. I don't even know why I'm bringing it up.
So I guess he called the bank to the side, center pocket.
Just a little bit wide. It's the second bank that's gone a little bit wide.
Mhm.
He is hitting the bank softer, so when you do that, it does widen the angle of the bank. So he needs to either aim the angle tighter or hit slightly harder.
Beautiful 6 ball. Definitely not on the easier category.
Didn't really want to bump the 8, but still lands in a pretty decent position to take it in the top left corner instead.
Yeah, and where the 9 ball is, you don't have to do anything. Just a little bit above center. Focus on making it. That's all you care in the moment. Too hard. Wow. Surprised. So let's see if he goes very aggressive and tries to bank, which I think is on from this angle.
I mean, I'd really like to just land this 9 on the center short rail diamond and bring the cue ball to the top short rail, like middle diamond. You can do that with 11 o'clock spin here. Yep. That's going to leak just a little bit.
I'm not against doing this, but you always give the reg out of the hand again. I mean, he can play a very strong save and you might still lose this reg. While if you go maybe a little bit risk, you're 3-1 up. Of course you play a strong player, but I guess at one point you need to get a bit more risk in your game to really separate from the opponent. So I think this might be a good opportunity for Prat actually trying to bank this 9 ball, because if he makes this bank, which he didn't in this case, and he got very unfortunate here, he might lose a reg where he had a chance to run out, and instead of 4-1 then it's 3-2. So
yeah, I see what you're saying. When you have the lead, it kind of allows you to be a little more aggressive, kind of take that chance. Obviously, you don't want to sort of relinquish a rack to your opponent and allow them to come back, but I definitely see what you're saying.
Even you don't make it, because it was an easy shot, like digesting the miss on this bank is easier to digest missing an easy 9 ball. And even if you make it, I think for the opponent it's even harder to digest, where you say, oh, he's going for this bank and he's making it. So anyways, 4-1 Prathamesh. Aman grabbing some water here, just seeing him sneak by the commentating booth.
Hopefully there's enough water there. If not,
He can have mine. Okay, odds are now 3-1 for Prat.
yeah, hit that dead center. Cue ball was temporarily dead center table, right on the spot. Got bumped ever so slightly. Looks like he did make the 7 on the break as a piece of this 1. Could consider calling the 6.
Yeah, definitely what he tried for.
Don't mind sending this one down to the short rail just past the 10 here. Unless the one does go, yeah.
I like that.
It's gonna leak though. Yeah, it leaked.
Idea was good though.
Yeah, just struck it a little too hard.
And he wanted to come closer to the 4.
Okay, so Proth walking around the table, making sure that he has the correct sight line for the leave on the 2. Doesn't want to end up short and have the 5 block the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to hit too hard, where the cue ball goes 2.5 rails. So, pretty important for anyone learning to improve their game. Walking around the table is super important.
I think the 6 ball will help him ultimately. Makes the pocket bigger.
Yeah, and the one's just past the side pocket where he can run this down the rail.
But you need to avoid the 9 ball when going to the other side. What was that? Did you try to play safe? Behind the 4 again?
Yeah, maybe. Kind of rushed it. He almost got down and shot almost immediately. Not quite sure if he can ticky the 1 off the inside of the 6. So, just going to go for the carom instead. Hey, shout out to Thunderbird, putting the stream up on their TV. Thank you for supporting the stream.
Yeah, I think it's like a 84-inch. Whenever whenever their matches up, they usually stream up there. And speaking of Thunderbird, nice tournament coming up this upcoming Friday, July 3rd, 7:30 p.m. start. Sign-up start at 6 p.m. It's a blind draw Scotch doubles 9-ball, capped at 32 teams max. Tournament director Deech, who runs at least one tournament a week in Thunderbird. Fun guy. Nice people, nice bartenders. Come out, play some pool, and get lucky or unlucky in the draw. I mean, it's really, really cool if you have, 40, 50 people in the bar, and then the draw, and then there's your name coming up, you don't have a partner yet, then you wait for, who do I gonna draw? Let it be a good player, please.
That
and then
sounds
you draw someone like, yeah. You still have fun. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
It's $10 entry per stick. It's nothing. Come hang out. Thunderbird in Ballard this upcoming Friday.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I'm definitely might be joining that for my first time. Actually,
Yeah.
haven't been to Thunderbird yet. I feel like I'm always doing league nights. We're just busy, so yeah.
And there are a few good shooters. Like we have Aman there, play frequent with a 630. We have Gus playing there. I think he's a 616 now in the meantime. There are a few really, really high 500 players. And of course you have players with like 3, 4, 500, like lower 500s. So it's really always a good competition to win this tournament at the end of the day.
Our boy Jameson goes to Thunderbird pretty often, so
Who?
Jameson.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Mr.
Can't be doxing
James
people.
Stradamus.
All right, so unfortunate leave for Proth on that 5. Leaves a duck here for Aman. Pretty big opportunity here. Aman does not want this to go 5-1. 4-2.
C2 straight.
Yeah, but I feel like he could...
Go forward, avoid the 10. Nice.
Just needs to get off the short rail. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Just fade this down table.
pretty good. Aman looks like he's closing the gap to 2 games difference. Oh. Overcut is a little bit, almost, not almost, but kind of missed it. Alright, 4-2.
All right, Mr. Samuel T. Cook. Prediction, Aman 9-7. So far, nobody has guessed that Prath would be winning, even though he's currently ahead.
Yeah.
Either unfamiliar with Prath's game or know that a monster lives up to his name very frequently. So dry break here with the 6 hanging.
But then I think also people who know either or, they see Aman's Jason Statham dress.
Sure.
And say like
Sure.
he needs to be like, even though it says 630, he's a sandbagger and he's 800.
Right.
So
That's fair. I mean, you know, he could be Ronnie O'Sullivan in
pretty much.
a parallel life
Yeah.
here.
I guess Ronnie has some more hair.
little more height, maybe.
I'm not sure if there will be ever again someone as great as Ronnie on the snooker table. Ever.
Yeah. He is quite the spectacle when it comes to snooker. What do you think about just banking the 1 on the side? Too steep?
But what's your reward? I mean, the 2 doesn't go anywhere really.
Yeah, but I mean, if you kind of do like a stop shot bank, you at least leave the cue ball open. But I'm not quite sure where the safe's going to be here. Okay, so just a distance safe.
I mean, a bit harder. He's behind the 5, pretty safe. And this one, I'm pretty sure we'll call it a 3 ball. But if you don't make the 3 ball, you pretty much sell out. Okay, he's going for the save.
Yeah, leaked out just a little bit. Looks like the 1 does pass the 3 into the top right corner.
Okay, hand going up. Apologize for the unintentional, not in, right?
Un.
Yeah, I'm not native, sorry. Unintentional save here. It's always a good excuse, I tell you.
Hey, you know what? We're celebrating America's 250th birthday coming up, so immigrants built this country, so doesn't matter if you can't speak English fluently. You're still loved and appreciated.
Thank you.
That was not love. That was an oopsie daisy. But, we all make mistakes.
Was a steep angle too, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, that jump was going to be quite difficult.
Okay, so what do we have? There's no real problems. I think when you play the 2-6, you want to make sure to leave the 2 in the pocket and not like get awkward with the angle.
Yeah, the worst way the 2 would leave is on the short rail, and the cue ball kind of sticks to this left rail.
Yep,
so
correct. Oh wow! When I played with Aman yesterday, the exact same thing, where I was shooting a ball, and it was exactly like that. That's crazy. You need to shoot this really hard, otherwise it will just the cue ball will just bounce back and the 2 and 6 won't move.
I feel like maybe hitting this with a little bit of like bottom left maybe could cause a little bit of spin here.
See? That's what I meant.
Yeah. But look at this.
Nice.
If you would have told me he would have gotten safe from that shot, I would have been like,
without making a ball.
show me the money. Yeah. Yeah, without making a ball. That was crazy. Yeah, this 6 didn't even move. How is that possible? That's pool. Sometimes some weird shit happens. But Proth with a kick here. Going probably call the left side pocket. Yeah, it was a real nice attempt there. That was pretty crafty.
Yeah.
It's going to land just below the 3. Little 3-6 combo here.
Don't lock the 3 into the pocket again,
If the,
like the 2 before.
yeah, I'm going to buy a lotto ticket if this thing gets locked. Okay.
Yeah, he's just okay. Actually, he wanted to ideally have the, what was it, a 3 stay on the table.
Yeah, that way he could play better shape for the 4. But this is okay. So land below the 5. Nicely
Pretty
done.
good. Now float this just in the side. Again, don't want to be straight on the 7 after. And then Prathamesh, do you know, is he playing more snooker than pool? Like if you say he's putting in 100 hours in practice, is it more pool or more snooker?
I would say it's probably more snooker, but he did join our Monday Ox in-house league this session.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been getting a lot more reps in pool lately, which is actually why he approached me asking for a stream match.
Okay.
I think he just wanted to get back into the challenge match aspect of the game. Yeah, so far playing pretty good. But Aman
Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Need to check up a little bit to stay on the same side for the same pocket. Pretty good.
Oh, no.
Wow. This is not expected.
Yeah, it's a gap that is widening now. As
And
we
it's
get
a pretty
closer.
important match though. Like
Mhm.
instead of, what was it, 4-3, 5-2, race to 9, that was a pretty big wreck game to lose. But he will come back, he can come back.
Yeah, it's never over till it's over. Unfortunate 10 ball hang there from Aman.
Might be also when you have like a few shots which are not straightforward what he had in the same rack, last one. And then you say, okay, I made this ball, I had a good leave, I made a ball on the side, and then taking it more to granted, like the 9 was to check up, not easy, and then say, oh yeah, easy 10 ball, like easiest shot in the whole rack, and then you might lose focus for just a hair of a second, and then this happens. Not saying this was the reason, but it's a big chance this was the reason. But as you say, it's not over. 5-2, definitely makeable. Most people in the chat will know Aman when he's on fire. He's on fire. And with this dress, for sure. Did you see? He just wanted to hang the magic to the light.
Yeah, no one's reaching that light, unfortunately.
No, that's the thing. It was just like
I think the
muscle
only
memory.
person that could maybe reach that light is like James DeVee.
Yeah.
That light is pretty high above the table.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't mind bumping the 9 here to make sure you have an angle on the 3. Because if anything, you're kind of just pushing the 9 more center table.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, avoids it altogether.
Wants to be as straight as possible. That's just enough.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Plays straight top, like maximum top here. Cue ball rolls 2 rails down.
And
It's a little steep.
yeah, this works out. I think he will probably go with a lot of bottom left and go 2 rails towards the 8. Okay, he's going just top, which I see as a bit of a risk. Oh, with a lot of right. Didn't see that.
He landed so good on this 5, but does not get rewarded. Looks like Proth can do a little bit of a swerve here. Just needs to catch the rail just before the 4. Cue ball will go 3 rails, maybe even 4.
Might also catch the 10 though. Let's see.
I think as long as he goes rail, it should be fine. Yeah. However,
It's pretty much the only spot on the table where you don't want to end up.
yeah, a little too much juice. This is interesting because if he gets the bridge out, he could potentially hit this cue ball, kind of nestle it up on top of the 8 while bringing this 5 to the middle right diamond, but he's actually going to go the other way.
I would play this shot like super thin on the right side.
Okay.
Like have the 4, no, it's the 5. The 5 ball end up on the short rail. And the cue ball go 2 rails, misses the 9 ball, and ideally end up behind the 6-7.
I see.
Like as thin as you can. like that. Yeah, if he hits it thinner, he hits it too thick. If he hits it thinner, it will end up behind 6-7 with the same speed. Was a good shot. Very well done as well. I mean, we played 7 regs so far, and I think we've seen more runouts and a lot of consecutive balls than we expected all of this match so far. That was a foul, I guess.
Yeah, foul shot, hits a 10 first.
So you're going for opening this, you go for position for the 6 to the low right, or you're opening this. What's your choice?
Oof. I mean, I kind of like just making this 5 and then just parking the cue ball directly behind the 7 and shooting the 6 up. But in Aman being down 5-2, I feel like you have an opportunity to break this out clean. It might be better. Well,
or try to open it and still play safe after.
Yes. Yeah, he wanted to hit the cue ball kind of thick into the 7, so the cue ball would roll up table a little bit, and he'd have the 6 on the bottom left. But this is not going to do it. I think he may have left a piece of this 6. Maybe just the thinnest part of the 6 to the right side pocket. Cue ball heads towards the 8.
Yeah, the 8 helps to not scratch. So you could, if you want to, go very aggressive and play your shot 6 to the right side.
Playing this with a ton of top. He avoided the 8 altogether. Cue ball is going to park close to the short rail. Yeah, a little bit of a weird hook there, huh, on the cue.
Yeah, at this point you have to go for this now. Just looking for the back cut. Not sure if that's the right choice. I don't know. Both ways, left or right, both very tough shots. I guess he's going for the right side. Or going for safe. Or bank? Did he call the bank?
Oh no.
I guess doesn't matter. He
Yeah,
didn't made it.
Yeah, I didn't see him point to the pocket, but, you know, we also can't hear. So maybe he said bank.
Miscued again. Second time, I think.
Well, Proth has miscued twice and made the ball
Yep.
twice, so gotta write down how he does that, because
Maybe we should invent a new game.
Yeah.
Like one pocket, banks, miscue.
yeah, you have to hit your shots with no chalk in hopes that you miscue and still make it.
There's actually a nice practice routine everybody could use. Is you just use a piece of Scotch tape, put it over your tip, which forces you really to play center ball. And as soon as you just barely miscue, meaning outside center, you miscue and you identify in the very same second if you really had center or not. So you practice this for like 20 shots, take the tape off, and you feel after like it's very
The best shooter ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
All right, so Proth rattling the pocket on the 7. Aman will want to get closer to the 8 here. Wants us to spin off
Yeah.
a little more.
Hit it too thick. Cuba lost too much speed hitting the 8 thick. The 7.
I think you may just have to accept the longer shot on the 9 here. Let's play this cue ball close to the top rail.
Could potentially also set up for the 9-10 after. Yeah, for sure. With this angle now, he's going for the bottom left, I would assume.
Do you think he just pinches it back a little bit to take the 10 in the left side pocket? Or maybe the 10 in the same corner?
The angle is a bit like from our view. Yeah. Bottom left, I guess. Need to hit it very clean. If you hit just a nibble in the pocket, doesn't go in. Also some draw, because otherwise you might scratch the side. Nice shot. 5-3.
Yeah, handled it nicely. Landed a little flat on the 10, but took good care of it. Took his time. Proth currently up 5-3 in this race to 9. Aman to break off rack number 9. Aman using the rail as leverage for the break. Ends up dry. Pretty wide open, too. The 5 to the 6 is probably the tough shot here. 6 does barely go by. The 9, the lower right corner. Proth just needs to make sure cue ball comes out to about the same area. Oh no, he overcut it. And he also left Aman the cut into the corner. Aman may cinch this with a little bit of top left just to make sure the cue ball doesn't fade behind the 8. Oh, he had to go 2 rails. Okay, he did not have the clean shot. 10 ball accidentally goes in. We'll get spotted. Found a pretty good hiding spot behind the 9 here. And because he made a ball, it is player option. So now Aman will have to jump here. Almost nailed that jump. That was an incredible attempt. Little fade here, a little stun fade. There you go. Nicely done. All right, Proth playing with some speed now. I think he knows that we're getting close to 10 p.m. and might be past his bedtime. wants to. Just a man on a mission now. He's at 5. He's like, all right, I need 4 more racks. Just
Get this done.
let's get to work here.
Oh. Pretty good leaf though.
Yeah, it'll be really difficult to get the cue ball back in the same spot. The only way I think it's possible is if he puts a bunch of inside left. Maybe not even a bunch of inside left, more just like a little bit of middle. But he's going to go safe here, which is way smarter.
Wow. That was a very high IQ safety.
Call in the bottom right corner. Yeah, I like going at that 2 rails. You just get a little bit more. You can use the cue ball speed a little bit more without kind of losing the cue ball.
Yeah. I think this is cuttable in the side without scratching. Doesn't want to go behind the 7 though. Ooh, just enough.
Yeah, just enough, and 6 might pass the 9. It's pretty close.
Just roll this in forward.
Yeah, just needs to make sure he gets off the rail just a little bit for the 8.
Definitely makeable, but he needs to put on a lot of speed to get the cue ball off the rail, which makes this ball very missable. Very well done. Okay, looks like he's going either for the side after or just going out again.
Yeah, I like the follow there.
Look how shiny his shoes are.
Yeah. Almost as shiny as the balls. Actually, they're probably shinier.
And his head. All right, 5-4.
Yeah,
Aman coming back.
closing the gap. All right, Aman breaking off rack number 10 here. Goes for a little more power this time. 8 might spin. No, it's going to spin away. 5 slightly obscuring the 1. But, no, maybe not. Proth might have a piece. Alright, if he has a piece of this, I kind of like hitting the 1 thin and just sending the cue ball just above the 3. 1 will kind of cross towards the 7-6. Didn't quite get the coverage.
Well, I think multiple options here. You could play the cue ball behind the 3-6 or send a cue ball up table. Going the first option. Well done. And now I guess we see if Prathamesh wants to
Jump. It'll be the first jump we see Proth do today.
If he's Van Halen fan, I guess.
Yeah. Due to copyright reasons, we cannot play Van Halen's Jump, but we can a cappella it.
We can a cappella. We can play the air guitar in the commentating booth. You won't see it, but you need to imagine that.
Oh, David Lee Roth. Do you think David Lee Roth is the best singer of Van Halen before they kicked him out? Let me know in the chat who you think the best lead singer of Van Halen was. I kind of like David Lee Roth, but, you know. Let me know. Alright, so that's Proth's jump. Scratch. Super unfortunate.
Do they play 3 foul?
Yep, all the normal rules. Nobody's really gone for the 3 foul. We've kind of got a astronomical Orion's belt situation here with
Aman switching hands.
the 3 through 10. Pretty cool layout here. Almost looks like a drill.
Was it one of your recent streams where all the balls were perfectly lined up in one line?
Yeah,
Was it your stream?
I think so. I mean, yeah. There's been some streams where, yeah, it's it's had like this little curve belt here, but I've also seen it where it's like 4 balls just evenly spaced in a line. It's yeah, pretty cool pool. I'd say it's
Nice draw shot.
pool is certainly an art form with physics.
Alright, here you want to go towards the spot to play the 4 on the side.
Friendly bump on the 10. If he did not catch that 10, he actually would have been hidden. So just enough angle here to roll up.
Could even play this in the side, I think, from here and have the 5 in the same pocket. Ooh. Might get lucky here.
Yeah, he sure did. I like spinning this one out and bringing the cue ball above the 6. You don't really need a ton of power. However, you just don't want the 4 to go too far across middle table. Yeah, just like that. It's real nice.
You might see an edge, though.
Yeah, it did leak a little bit.
If he sees it full enough, he could send the 4 to the lower short rail and have the cue ball come 2 or 3 rails towards the 6-7.
I think he sees just enough of it to where the 4 would hit parallel to the 10. Yeah. It's pretty good. Didn't quite get the coverage you wanted. If you want to be aggressive here, you can bank this with follow. Bring the cue ball 3 rails back middle table, kind of just above the head spot there. Have a shot for the 5 in the top left corner.
I agree, but it's very aggressive, as you say.
I mean, this bank will be sick, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Let's go.
I think the way he's lining up and the way his body language, I think he goes for that.
Yeah, he just called it. Okay, he hit that a little too hard, but That's like one of my favorite shots. If you have the bank lined up and you can just send the cue ball a
Yeah.
few rail, it feels so good
Yes.
when you execute it. Like there's just something about it that's like,
Yeah.
oh baby.
Like prosciutto.
Yeah. It's almost that's ooh no. He over prosciuttoed it. He almost sliced his hand off with how thin that prosciutto cut was.
Well, prosciutto needs to be very thin,
Well,
but this was too thin.
If you can see through the prosciutto,
Yes.
it's a little too thin. Okay, nice cut. It's going to maybe get above the 5. We're going to hit the point here. Oof.
So let's see if he's trying to hold it with as thin as possible, or if he goes around the 6 and plays the 6 to the same pocket where the 7 sits.
What would you do?
Depends on how I feel. If I feel really, really good, I just slow roll it like this. If I'm a bit more on a nerve, like I think it's not a good idea if you're really, really nervous to slow roll balls, at least from my own experience. So if I'm very nervous, I go 2 rails around. If I'm feeling good, I play the way he played it.
You get nervous?
Sometimes, if I play against you.
Hey, you don't have to be super nice to the
I
guy.
have to. We're sitting next to each other, so there's no. You can't kick me out of here. So I need to be nice.
He has a gun to my head. I have to say nice things.
Yes.
No, I agree. Really depends on what point you are in the match, too. Obviously nerves come into play a lot of the time when matches are super close, or if your stroke isn't quite where you want it to be.
Pretty perfect here. Nice angle. Stun draw. A little bit to the left and. Is he going forward?
He is going forward. No.
No.
Oh. That was weird.
Yes, it was.
It's like he aimed top, but then hit bottom. Okay, nicely done.
All right, 6-4.
All right, Proth breaking off rack number 11. Cue ball goes squirrely, but 3 goes on the side, and the cue ball almost follows it, hits the point.
Friendly bump on the point too.
All right, so they are playing early 10s. We have not seen an early 10, but we might see one now.
We might see one now.
I think I play this with just a little bit of top right, so I make sure that I kind of come straight down table just past the 8 ball. Unless you want to try to find the window between the 8-9. I feel that's a little more dangerous, though.
Or, which is riskier, because your speed needs to be perfect, fall behind and below the 9 ball and play the 2-10 instead of the carom. Okay, he's not.
He's going to play the carom. I'd play the carom here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think the way he played it, he was not aiming for lining up for the carom. I think he wanted to come closer to the 2 to play the 2 to bottom left.
I see what you're saying.
I might be wrong, but I think the way he was shooting it. And here, yes, for sure, carom.
Yeah, just make sure you're taking a look at this. You probably want to hit this cue ball at like 7 o'clock, between 7 and 8. And you probably want to go as low as possible because you kind of need it to stun off of that thin part of the 2. Have the cue ball drag over for the 10. Oh.
There's actually a theoretical way to calculate the carom. Well, in this case, it would be you go behind the 2 ball, see how you would shoot the 2 ball to make the 10 ball. See where this line goes through the ball and where does it exit the ball.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this point is the point you aim your shot towards to.
Interesting. Okay.
Did it make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense,
yes. So this is a
You're seeing the 2 ball from the other side.
correct. So
Yeah.
you stand from where his case stands now, from the left side. You draw a line through the ball, see where this line exits this ball, and this point at the exit point of the ball, so to speak,
Is where you want to hit the cue ball.
correct.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a pretty not secure. It's never on a pool table. Nothing is secure.
Sure.
But it's a pretty high chance accuracy way of calculating the carom.
All right, Aman with the jump. Makes legal contact, sends the 2 towards the top of the rail, but leaves Proth an open shot here.
Doesn't want to hit a 6 though.
Oh.
And got lucky with the double kiss.
Proth looking at the pocket line for the 5, but also wants to notate how to get down for the 6.
Is he too straight now?
He landed a little straight. I'm curious to see if he maybe draws straight back with a little bit of bottom right.
Or maybe he has enough angle to go forward with a lot of left. Hard to say from this view.
I think he's going to go for the draw.
Wow. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty easy to get above the 7 here. You are working with a lot of distance, though. So you kind of want to hit this with more speed just to make sure it gets off of that top rail, back middle table.
I think this shot I would play with top right, correct, like this. He hit a point which might be in favor. And the 10 is a big, big helper now. Can be very inaccurate and still makes the ball off the 10.
Very friendly bump.
Mm-hmm.
Has just enough angle. Take the 8 in the top right. Kind of fade this cue ball to the right side. Take the 9 on the lower left. Maybe even just run forward a little bit. No, he's going to fade. Okay.
Nicely done.
See, he stepped away from the table to make sure he had the clearest view. And then he stepped into the shot. Super important to do. You never really want to kind of just get down on the ball immediately. It's always good to Obviously it depends on how tall you are and whatnot, but typically you do want to be like a half to a full cue's length away from the table when you step into the shot. Super important.
All right, 7-4. I think the next two, at least the next two, are must wins for Aman. Because 8-4 on a race to 9 is tough to come back against a strong player like Prathamesh. I think if it's like 7-6, you can lose to 8-6 and still be able to come back. But if it's 8-4, it's almost impossible.
Well, you say that, but during the Seattle 9-Ball Open, Oscar Dominguez was up on Lucas Fracasso-Werner 8-2.
8-2?
And Lucas came back and won 9-8. So,
okay.
Also, shout out to Lucas. Hope he's doing well. Heard that he was in a car accident recently, so hopefully he's recovering well.
All the best,
yeah, all the best wishes
yes.
to him, and swift recovery. He's one of those guys that's up and coming, really young U.S. talent. Great for the game. So hopefully everything is going well for him. Okay, solid break here from Proth. Made the 6 and the 7. Got a little thin cut here on the 1. Looks like it barely goes. No, not quite.
Okay, I think good save opportunity for Aman to force the ball in hand. One ball behind the 4-10. Nicely done. It's a fairly easy two-rail kick though. And then everything can happen really after the contact. Just want to make sure you hit it with enough speed in case you hit a 1 full and the 1 hits to 4. Something needs to go to the rail.
Okay, he's calling the 1 in the left side pocket. Looks like there's just enough of a path to actually go there.
Okay, this was definitely enough speed. Didn't leave a clear. Does it pass the 2? Might be close. You can roll it, the cube behind the 2 if you feel for it. Nicely done. Again, a fairly straightforward 2-rail to at least get a legal hit. Calling for the top left from this view.
Yeah, I like the 2-rail kick here too because, except if you hit it on the thin side. Yeah, I was gonna say if you go 2 rails and you actually connect with the spot you want to hit, cue ball comes out middle, like sort of towards the right pocket, and he has a look on the 2, while also kind of creating separation. But just caught that a little too thin on the left side of the 1. So good save from Aman, being rewarded here.
Alright, I think the key moment will be 3 to the 4. To have the right angle to go from 4 to 5.
He's like really straight on this 2. He may actually want to just roll it a little bit higher. Yeah, this is okay. Tangent line brings the cue ball to the right side of the table here.
Bit too far. Still okay. Cue ball will hit the 10 from the back. Might actually pass the 10, and you might have the 5 to the right side pocket after.
I think it's gonna bump the 10. It's too close.
Yeah, but then you can go.
Oh,
Just enough. Ooh.
Barely escapes the trap behind the 10.
His own trap.
Yeah, his own trap. Bo asking what's in the middle here. I actually don't know. Kind of just leave that up to the players. I'm sure there's something, but yeah. If you're curious, feel free to reach out to them. Maybe it's Aman's suit.
He's tired because he already took it off.
Proth is playing for he saw Aman walk in with this nice fit and was like, "Give me that."
I need that today.
All right, Aman looking pretty sweet here.
Yeah, high favorite to make this, even though on the rail it's always awkward, especially when you're down.
Hey, don't say that. He's got it. Yeah, it's good.
There's not such things like commentator curse.
I agree with you. I do not believe in that. I feel there are a lot of people who will be like, "Oh, you cursed it," and I'm like, they don't hear me. Yeah, fair enough, Bo. Yeah, don't play for free, so I'm sure there's something in the middle. All right, Aman breaking off rack number, let's do some math, 13. Rack number 13.
Sounds about right.
Getting that much closer to tying this game up against Proth. Be back in a moment.
Four ball looking good, and the 3 ball.
Okay, back cut on the 1 as the lower right corner does go. Cue ball kind of fades over to this lower left quadrant. Might have a land on the short side of the 2, but yeah, this is looking pretty good. 5 to the 6 is a little tricky. I feel like the 1 to the 2 is probably the trickiest opener here.
Could also play her safe, overcutting the 1 and hide behind whatever, 7.
Oh, it hung.
Because that's the risky part of this shot. If you miss, you probably sell out.
Ah, God. Yeah.
Could have overcut the 1 and used the 6, 10, 7 as a big blocker area.
But I feel like when you're so close to catching up and you have the open
But
shot.
that's the thing. You need to show your discipline. You know, like, what's my odds to make this ball and have a good leave versus can I force him into a ball in hand or in a sellout shot? So if I'm 7-5 down, my opponent is playing good. Not super strong, but at least my level, maybe even a bit stronger.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm doing that. Of course, my save might go wrong as well, for sure. But I feel the odds on a save in this moment were a little bit higher than on making the ball with good position.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's just me.
That's fair. A little sharp on the cut here.
2 rails. You want to hit the first diamond below the right side pocket and get into the line of the 6 for bottom low left pocket, I mean. Very delicate shot on this fast felt. Timing needs to be perfect. That's what he tried.
Yeah, and he overcut it.
Hit it too hard.
End up a little fortunate here too. However,
what I like here, just drawing this cue ball behind the 9, sending the 4 ball behind the whatever 6, 8, but he called it, which I think also where you see where the 6 is, I think it's too aggressive. 5, 7 down, unless you make it perfect. But then again, you're on the rail now. Don't have an easy shot. What do you do now?
I would send this 6 just to the middle diamond at the top and try to leave the cue ball directly behind the 7. You could even use the 10,
Correct,
maybe just kind of bump.
Guess that's what he's doing. Run! Just enough.
Yeah, this is okay. Now, ideally, Proth catches his 2 rails. A little bit of a kick and stick here. I would call the middle right pocket just in case. Yeah, a little swoop there. I think that was the call. I'm interpreting movements here, you know. Yeah. He needed to hit it harder. I mean, I know he didn't want the cue ball to get away, but I think because he hit it soft, when it came off that second rail, it took a little bit more spin.
6 might pass the 8 ball though.
Yeah, it does look like it just barely goes past. The question is, where does he want to leave the cue?
You want to stun follow and have the 7 for the right side pocket. Like that.
Oh, perfect position. Look at that. If anyone wants to practice that shot, it obviously comes up. I mean, dude.
They're tough.
If he hits if he hits that any harder, he's behind the 10. Yeah, this was a brilliant position play there from Aman. Hey, you face the facts in the chat. What's good? What's good? We're good. Hope y'all are having a good time. Sweating this match as they get closer and closer to the 9 spot. And Aman.
Let's see.
Looks like he's going to tack another one on. Just bump off that rail there.
So this shot tells you he feels good. I mean, yes, it's kind of straightforward going 2 rails. There's also a scratch. But if he wouldn't feel good, he just slow rolls it and have the 10 in the side right?
For sure.
So, tells you for sure he's feeling better than to start with. And I guess the result shows it. 7-6 from, what was he down? 3 racks?
Yeah, it was 5-2. It was 5-2. So, Aman picking up the pace here. Playing smart, getting some really solid leaves and running out. Kind of stifling Proth's game here at the moment, preventing him from getting to the hill first. His shoe game, yeah, he is a dapper gent. Dapper monster for sure. I feel like now that he's shown up like this, there's like a new precedent set for this stream. I don't know if collared shirts are just gonna work now. You know, you
Maybe.
gotta have a
Well, maybe he thought he's playing snooker tonight.
I mean, we could whip this camera around and show the snooker table here.
Maybe his suit has something like a Doctor Strange powers. All right. 5-ball perfect and a 2-ball.
Yeah, that is how you want to break 10 ball. You want those 2 balls just behind the 1 to go into the side pockets.
He just hits the cue ball a bit too low, which causes the cue ball just to bounce off the rack and go back. So maybe a quarter tip high or half tip higher on the cue ball to have the cue ball stop in the center.
Well, facts. Aman is from Nepal, so you know, can't be copying the Persians with the gold, unless you know he wants to ride that way. Almost gets the safe behind the 6, not quite.
Interesting. I think where the angles were, the 1 was pretty much a free trial to make, because even if you miss the 1, the cue ball probably stops behind 6, whatever, 10, 8 in height. So I'm surprised he didn't go for it.
Ah, face man. Okay, using your alter ego in chat today. That's all good. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Looking forward to the Don Weir. Saw that list get posted today. Saw that you're playing in it as well. It's pretty cool. A lot of players in the Don Weir this year. I hope to not go 2 and out, but you know, time will tell.
Found beautifully the gap between the 9-6.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a very clean hit there.
I gave him my extension. He should use it now. Okay, he will use it. Don't stretch. Use the 8-inch extension.
Is that how big his extension is? You got one of those big boys?
No, he has a shorter one.
Oh,
And
okay.
the one he puts on right now is mine.
Oh, it's yours.
Yes.
Wow, cheating.
Has a natural straight in making the ball aiming system.
Yeah, it's called the Eiberger effect. As soon as he takes that extension off, it's like, whoa, I don't know what to do.
Good angle to go a bit, let's say 1 diamond, 2 diamonds to the right. Center table. Or forward.
Yeah, I like this. The 7 goes by the 8 in the lower right, so you know, stop shot it here. Probably stop shot it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you want to go a hair forward. If you just stop shot, you might run into the 8 after on playing the 7. Yes, just like that. A bit forward. Now go 1 rail, center to table. The slow roll with a lot of English almost cost him and almost missed it. Made it anyways.
Yeah, he landed pretty nice here, actually. Just roll forward just a little bit here, and then have the cut on the 9. Oh, no. Oh, no. I thought he was just going to maybe roll forward and accept that he had to hit this 9 thin in the lower left corner.
I think it was the right choice. I think most pros would have played it this way.
Yeah.
Because you let your stroke out a little bit instead of slow rolling and like kind of halfway hoping to have a good angle.
That's fair.
This way, let your stroke out, nothing to do, top and go. I think it was the right shot, but missed it.
This will be a pretty sweet kick.
Is he entirely snookered?
Yeah. I feel like the masse spinning away from the 8 ball would be a little odd to hit if you try to go between the 9-10. I really do like the kick, especially if you catch the rail just before the 8 ball. Allows the cue ball to kind of roll out, and you might be able to take the 9 in the top left corner. Kind of poked it.
Oh.
Kind of poked hit that.
Yeah. Let's see what he's doing. I mean, the position for the 9 from here, even with ball in hand, is not straightforward. For sure makeable, at least for sure for him and his skill. But it's...
Kind of looking at a 3 rail here.
Yes.
Yeah. Just make sure you have enough spin, because you want the cue ball to hit closer to the middle diamond between this right and middle on the short rail. That's good.
Important to not forget to make the ball. Even if you have ball in hand and say like, oh yeah, easy. It's like in front of the pocket, what can go wrong? And then I've rattled so many balls in this moment.
Yeah, nice pull back there.
All right, let's see.
Seven up.
7 up. Coming
Jinx.
from 5-2 down.
7 up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Ox Billiards stream this evening. This game has been so good.
And all of a sudden, from 75-25 odds for Prathamesh, all of a sudden Aman is back up in the favorite seat.
If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell as well to be notified when we go live. Next match will be on July 15th. It'll be between Michael Johnson and Marcello Girardi, playing 9 to 9. So another good match coming up here in July. Then we'll be taking a little bit of a break. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I know Chris and I appreciate it. Sweating this match with us.
Yeah.
Sweating all these matches with us. All right. Aman. Dapper Aman.
Did we see a break and run yet? I don't think so.
No. Yeah, 10 ball, I feel super rare unless you really get the best position, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can make a couple balls, but I also feel like there's something that's a little finicky with the 10 ball rack. Doesn't quite make it easy to run out. And in this case, it's dry. Kind of a similar shot that Aman had a couple racks ago, but now Proth might be taking this on, is to make the 1 in the lower right corner and fading the cue ball over to the left side of the table for the 2.
Yeah, I feel like you just missed a scratch on the side.
This is deja vu, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's going to hang the 1 in the lower right. That's what happened with Aman,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, but I think in this way, he might be luckier. If he misses the ball, the cue ball will end up behind the 6-10 and might block the hanging 1 ball. Or he just plays it this way and
See,
be absolutely perfect.
He showed Aman how to make
Yeah.
it and not hang the 1.
Yeah. This was pretty good. Looked like he's pretty straight. deciding between going forward with a ton of high right or drawing back with low right. I never know what he's aiming for. Is he going high or low now? Okay. Could be both. Could be both. The way he aimed from this angle, I didn't know. At least
he does have an interesting aiming system. It does seem like he sometimes aims high, but then as he pulls back, he hits low. Obviously, this one's super high, but I mean, but I feel like if we go back and look through the tape, you can kind of see he'll be stroking a shot that seems like middle-ish high ball, but then suddenly he like brings the cue low, and I don't know. Maybe that's something we have to ask him about. Look at this. What a shot. Get there.
He almost miscued. He didn't want to hit it this soft. I think he finished his stroke too early. And just enough.
Yeah, pretty thin cut here on the 4. But luckily for him, this cue ball just goes back and forth. Should leave himself pretty good for the 5 as long as he makes the 4. Yeah, it feels awkward. It's pretty steep.
Alright, chance coming up for Aman. Not really problems on the table. I think the tricky part I see would be having the right angle on the 8 to go to the 9. Other than that, okay, with this angle,
Yeah, hit this between like 12 and 1 o'clock. Nicely done.
I think he's too straight or have even the wrong angle.
Yeah, this is okay. I think he can just pull back.
Yeah, but you don't want to have so much angle on the 8 though. Yeah, and now you need to go forward. There's no way you can draw this. Well, technically yes, but I think he goes forward 1, 2, 3 rails, maybe 4 even. 1, 2, 3. Ooh! Wow!
Woohoo! Jaws.
Knocking the table here.
The Jaws saved him.
Okay, and this one, flow 2 rails, having the 10 decide, or go 3 rails and have it to the low right, or overcut it. It almost looked he played for this, which I don't think.
I mean, if you're going to miss, that is what we call a good miss.
Yes.
He missed on the pro side.
He was super fast down on the shot, and like it almost seemed to not, but he would always go for the shot. I know him. But I don't know. That's a tough spot. 7-7. You have this 9 ball.
This is a tough 9 because the opportunity to play safe is a little grim here. I mean, you could just roll up on top of it,
Nah.
but that's kind of weird. Like, there's...
I think it is standard save 9 to the left long and the cue ball to the right long rail, and for sure you leave him a bank no matter what, and kind of hope that either they don't go for the bank or miss the bank. But
What do you think about just going for the bank in the lower right? I mean,
from
there
this
is
angle,
there is a tendency to sell out, but
Yeah.
the bank is pretty clean to the bottom right corner here, and then the
Yeah.
cue ball comes off 2 rails, and you take the 10 in the lower left.
I think 7-7
It's really hard.
on this table. I'm not going for the bank.
Sure.
Me,
Yeah.
but
I guess what I'm saying is that, like, when the safety is maybe as difficult as going for the shot, I would rather go for the shot,
I agree.
because if you if you mess up the safety and you leave it open, that feels worse. It feels worse, and it actually takes a hit to your confidence. Oh, he's going reverse bank. I did not see that.
Well, Aman wants this ball to go in, didn't?
This will be okay though.
No, I totally agree. If the shot is as hard as the save, go for the shot. Me personally, I think the save on this 9 ball right now, like before,
Mm-hmm.
I think the save was a little bit easier, if you can say that it was easy at all. Bit more
Lands.
angled than he wanted, but he's good. I gave him like 95% here. Just aim on the pro side. Don't want to hit the nipple before, like that. Perfect.
He struck that with
Yep.
precision.
Yes.
And he is the first one to the hill after being down 7-4.
It was 5-2, 7-4. Came back all the way.
Yeah, he's
Taking
won.
the lead.
He's won 4
I
in a
think
row.
it's the first lead for him at all.
It is the first lead for him. Yes, Proth was up 2-1, and then it was 3-1, maybe even 4-1, and then
think it was
5, and then
4-1.
5-2, and then 5-3, 6-3, 7.
Wasn't it even 5-1 when we said instead of going 4-3, it was going 5-1? Well, the math.
Well,
didn't work out
5.
now. Yeah, I
Five.
know. Yes, yes.
ChatGPT, help me.
Yes. I catch myself. Okay. It's late. It's past my bedtime.
It's past his
So
bedtime.
I'm fine doing one mathematical mistake per night.
Well, there's only 2 more racks, so Betty buy time.
Maximum.
Betty buy time for you is soon. All right, breaking off rack number 16.
Almost
Ooh.
scratched. Wing balls didn't go.
4 ball goes.
Yep.
Okay, not a clear shot on the 1, so push out. But where? Maybe just a little bit to the right here, or to the left. It's going left. Okay. Kind of daring Proth to take this on. Shooting the 1 to make it. The chances of having that thin cut on the 2 are pretty low. You kind of have to land on the perfect pocket line, which is almost where the 1 is.
He would probably overcut this ball, but not as hard. I don't think he was going for this.
No, it was... I don't want to say desperation, but you know what I mean? It's
it
kind of
felt
like...
it, yes.
It's kind of
I
like,
agree.
let me just hit this and
Yeah.
see and make something happen, right?
Hey, it worked out.
It did. Yeah, and now Aman's going to have to jump.
Did he call?
I don't know if he
Bottom
called
right.
anything. Doesn't quite get the coverage on the 10. Looks like the kick is in play.
He might. No. I thought for a second he can make it to the top left. It's close though.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. It might go. If he doesn't see it, I would call the right
No,
side pocket.
the way he's aiming, I think he's called the kick. Yes, like this. Nope,
Okay.
not this way. Option, I
Yep.
guess.
2-9 combo. Don't really know if I like that. I kind of like maybe just squeezing the 2 on top of the 9. Oh no, I hit it too thin. Yeah, he
Might
left.
see a super tiny edge.
Yeah, he left the thinnest part of the 2. I would maybe call the 3 on this, just in case. You know, cue ball.
Calling the 3, but aiming for actually missing the 3 and sending the cue ball 1, 2, 3 or 4 rails behind, like to the left side of the table.
Yeah, maybe even up towards that 7. Hit the 2 thin. Get the cue ball between the 3-5. Send the cue ball up. Maybe even have the 2 hit off the 6. Oh, that's not what he wanted. But
Oh, the 5, 5, 7. No problem.
yeah, creating a new problem here. Not bad, considering Aman is on the hill. Not the best safe. But he did tie up the 6-3, so making this rack a little even more awkward.
Probably sending the 2 or 3 rails behind the 5 and the cue behind the 10.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I might even call the 2 in the top left corner. Or, sorry, the top right corner.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yep.
And then if your cue ball ends up kind of in the same area that it's at, you don't quite get the coverage, at least you can tick off the 3 with the point.
Play a nice kick and stick behind the 6. I think he's going for this. Yep.
Yeah, this is good.
Nicely done. And we see pretty much sure the short stick come out. He called into the lower left from this view. Yeah, there's a big scratch always in
Ooh.
play.
Uh-oh. He left the 2-10 combo.
Oh, dang.
Yep. And Aman is going to take this. This will be the first time.
No, it's Prathamesh's turn.
Sorry. Yes. Prathamesh will be taking this 2-10 because it hasn't happened yet.
He tried it before to the
Yep.
same pocket actually, also 210. But this time he's like a 99% favorite. All right,
We have
9-9, 8-8. I mean,
German math.
yes.
9-9. No.
It's late.
Yeah, I know. It's a
And
hill
I was ju-
game.
and I was just coming off work here, so
Fair. We got the fist bump from Aman acknowledging that, hey, we've gone hill. We will see. Can Proth break and run for the first break and run of the game to win it? Or will it be a battle? We'll see.
actually an interesting question. Now it's 8-8. Both need like one rake. Odds are 51.91 against whatever 48 point. Was it the same odds when they started?
I think so.
Okay.
It's a question.
I actually don't
We
think
can.
so.
I think it might have actually been 52 point
Yes, correct.
something
or even
with
54 or
47.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it was. Yeah. It wasn't quite wasn't quite 50, closer to 50-50. It was a little bit removed.
Yes, correct. All right, ladies and gentlemen, final egg coming up.
10 ball stays in place. 1 ball hangs near the top corner.
And he has a clear, I think he sees the 1.
Yeah, he does see the 1. However, getting onto the 2 is going to be a little testy because the cue ball will kind of flick off of the 8.
Unless you draw with a ton of bottom right and avoid the 8. Don't hit it too hard to really avoid the 8. Like that. And don't hit the 5 on the way down.
5.
I think safe coming up now. Saying the 2.
I think you can hit this 2 really thin and kind of soft, and the cue ball will fall below the 4.
Yes, but
And
if
then-
you just hit the 4 a tiny bit, you sell out.
It's true. That is true.
Oh, he called a cross bang from this angle. Wow, that's very aggressive. Considering the score.
The 4 will shoot out.
I think that's all right. Yes, the 2 is makeable, but under pressure, the 4 in the play as well. If you come too far to the left with the cue ball, let's see. We're almost as excited as them are, I guess.
Yeah, Dan, this is awesome. All right, roll this up. 2 in the top left corner from this view. Just needs to make sure he finds the window between the 5 and the 4. Okay, goes. Did he get the look on the 3? He does. He has a
did,
look. Okay. Play this 2 rails, get back up middle table, take the 4 in the same pocket. If Proth can land this cue ball pretty much dead center table, his chance of running this out is pretty high.
I agree.
Everything has like a really good pocket. 6 to the 7 to the 8 to the 9, like all that's pretty simple.
Ooh. He kind of got lucky on this one. Yes, it's a steep angle, but running into these balls could be way worse in outcome.
Yeah, he's gonna slice this 4 pretty thin.
He was even, if the angle wouldn't be that steep, he would aim making the 4 and play the 5-10 after, I bet. This is what he was looking at for a second, but I think from here, holding the cue ball to be able to play the combo is pretty tough. And with how the balls lay, I would always choose the run out here.
For sure.
Over any combo.
Yeah, as enticing as that combo is, you
Yes.
also have to recognize that the rest of the table looks so good that you just need to trust your instinct and go for these shots.
Yeah. AKA discipline. Like the 10 doesn't exist. Where the 10 lands or sits, it goes from anywhere. Focus on making ball after ball. Focus on your pattern, and go for it. But I think this is the reg winning ball here. Goes
Yeah.
for the side with the 5.
Yeah, this is fine. Making the 5 on the side leads straight to the 6 in the top right, so this is pretty much Proth's rack to lose, just based on how everything's laid out.
Just want to make sure you don't want to have. You want to have enough angle on the 6. If you go to a short angle, you don't want to be running into the 7 after, like making the 6. You
That's fair.
Want to be able to stun away from the 7, not running into the 7. That's good enough. Yes, it's pretty perfect actually.
Yeah, this will be fine. Just put a touch of bottom left here, just to make sure. I will say that with the couple miscues that Proth has had, he should absolutely be chalking a little more, you know? It's like
Yeah.
I would be dusting the shit out of that tip just to make sure that
Hey,
you know,
ref, can I get a new chalk? My chalk is down.
right?
All right, from here on, the only opponent Prathamesh has is himself.
True. Yeah. And sometimes yourself is kind of your worst enemy.
Yeah.
But, you know, he knows these shots. He knows the run. He sees it. As long as you don't get ahead of yourself, right? Like, you know that, okay, I just need to leave myself enough angle for this 8 to make sure that I come off the short rail to come back down. Yeah, this is good. He can go 2 rails here if he wants. I like that he's walking around, making sure.
Which also tells that he understands the importance of, obviously it's the last rake anyways, but he knows if he misses any ball now, or even the last 2 balls, it's over.
For sure.
Wants to make sure, taking the time, see the angle.
Wanted to come off the rail a little bit more here, but he's pretty good, you know.
The only way I see it as him losing now is when he hits the 9 ball too hard and lands somewhere in a very weird spot where if he would cut the 10, he would scratch.
If he lands
Or-
above the 10, it will be
Yes,
hard,
correct.
100%.
Yes.
But I feel like you just almost hit this with lag speed. Yeah.
That's pretty hot though. No, he
No,
did
he's
thick
good.
enough, yes. Now you play this 2 rails, bottom left.
Oh, sorry, folks. We're gonna throw a little zhuzh in this one, and he has to bank the 10 for the win.
Minimum 2
He doesn't know
rails.
it, but we're in call timeout. No, just kidding. No, he's gonna go 10 on the side here.
From here, it looks like he aims 2 tips left.
It's
right?
so extreme, but it's good. And
All right.
Prathamesh with the win, 9-8 over Aman. Incredible match.
This was a fun match to watch and commentate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it had everything, really. I mean, Aman made a huge comeback from being down. Prath was playing great.
I think the only thing we missed tonight was a break and run. That's
Yep.
the only thing, really.
Yeah,
We had drama. We had 2 balls hang into the pocket, which you think, oh yeah, easy, make the ball. No, the ball didn't go in.
that 2-6 locked in the
Yeah.
top left corner was pretty fun. And I cannot believe that none of it went in. But, yeah, thank you all for joining us this evening. Chris, always
Yes,
a
this
pleasure.
was awesome.
Hit that like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell as well.
57 not subscribers. I hope it's more than 57, but 57 live viewers.
Yeah,
That's
57
awesome.
viewers. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening.
Thank you, Erika, for the, how do you call this? Nice words. Compliment.
The word is
Yes, that's the word I'm missing. I'm non-native. I'm always saying this. Yes, sometimes I'm missing words. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening, and tune into the next one,
Cool.
July 15th. Thank you all so much.
Ciao, guys.